Yeah. Okay, guys, so today we're the Phoenix Patrol, and we're going to be teaching you guys how to tie some basic knots. Knots are all over the place. Whether you're tying your shoes or tying something to a boat, there's always a use for a knot, right? There's a knot for every use. So, what knot do we want to learn first, guys?
I want to learn a square knot.
You want to learn a square knot? Like that square knot?
Yes, like that square knot.
All right, well, let's learn that square knot. So, in order to tie this square knot that you see right here, you're going to take, any suggestions? What do you think we do first, guys? No, not quite. So what we do first is we take our right rope and we put it over and around our left rope. What do you think you do now?
Do the opposite.
Do the opposite? So we take our left rope and put it wrap around our right rope?
Yeah.
Well, wow, that worked. So you can tell it's a square knot because they're two loops wrapped around each other. So a square knot is really good for constant strain that keeps it tight. What a square knot's not good at is varied strain to where it can be undone very easily. So a square knot is very useful for when you have two ropes that are the same thicknesses. So, but what if the two ropes aren't the same thickness?
Oh, sheath bend.
Really good job, Steven. So, in order to a sheath bend, you basically do the same thing. You put your right rope over, or no, so you take your loop and you put the rope through the loop. And normally what you would do was, in order to do a square knot, is you then put it around the loop and then back through. But we don't really have that luxury. Well, we do. We're just choosing not to. So instead of doing that, we're going to pull that rope through and then push and pull this rope through here. This is a sheath bend. This is really useful for, yet again, constant strain, because whenever you give it too much slack, it'll come undone. But it is useful for whenever you have two ropes that are not the same size so that they don't slip apart. And that's the sheath bend. Any more of this? Yes, let's go next. The clowfish, that's a good job. Let's get John over here to help us demonstrate the clowfish. So, in order to do a clowfish, you need to take, why are you sticking your arm out? Do we need to wrap the clowfish around something?
Yes.
Whoa! So is this the one where you can use it to tie things that yet again needs constant strain, and then you use it to tie tripods and stuff?
Yes.
Whoa, that's really interesting. So the first thing you do with the clowfish is that you wrap it once around the thing that you're tying it around, and then you wrap it twice and you make an X. The X is the iconic thing for the clowfish. And then you take the rope, the same rope that you've been wrapping it, and then you put it under, and then it'll look like this. So the clowfish is yet again really useful for tripods and things that you need to start the rope, hold it still in order to wrap it around things. So the clowfish is just a really, yet again, very useful knot. The next knot that I'd like to show you guys is the bowline. Does anybody know how to tie a bowline? Wait, circle around, get everyone to Nope. No one knows how to tie a bowline? Well, a bowline is really useful, especially for such things as search and rescue and, guess what, bows and arrows. Because a bowline, yes, thank you, Nathaniel, wow. So a bowline is a knot that does not slip. It stays firm and it will never give up on you. So in order to tie a bowline, you need a line. This line doesn't have to end, but you just need the end of a rope and then either another end of a rope or constantly going rope. So what you want to do is you want to take your end of your rope and then mark it quite a bit up in like the length that you want your loop to be. And then you take this rope and then you put it on top of the other rope that goes up. Then you take the end of it, you put it through the loop that you made, around the other rope, and then back through. And then you tighten it. You can tighten it from either end, but eventually you need to tighten it from both ends. So this is the iconic look of the bowline. Now this is a completed bowline. So you can even tie this around yourself, or you can tie it like this and then use that to hold something. But the bowline is very strong. It can even hold up my foot. What time are we at? Okay, so I'm afraid our time here is coming to a close. But just remember that knots are all around us, and you will always use knots. If you ever have a chance to learn a new one, don't hesitate. Because remember, if there's a will, there's a way, there's a knot.